to have to check. Wow, okay. Hello, how you doing? What's happening? What is going on, team? Oh yeah, that worked all right. We are definitely live, people. I don't know if a notification went out. It should have, but I did say I was setting it to schedule. But, all right, let's get rid of that. Let's make sure that everything's where it needs to be. Although, I might have to turn this up to... Yep, that's working. I'm assuming it's coming through the other microphone. All right, Baby Blue, there you are. Guess who, Baby Blue? Hunter's alive as well. Hunter, how are you, mate? Good to have you on board. All right, all right. So I have completed my task. The cat is safe. And the tram trip went excellent earlier today. And now I'm going to drive from the Gold Coast back to Brisbane in the rain at night. So it's probably one of the most times to obviously drive. So we will, the phone is pointing out the window. Let's make sure that's working. Might just have to adjust this. So give me a second while I adjust to give us a better view. Now that I'm back in the car, let's do that windscreen wiper thingy again. I got two working windscreen wipers this time. So let me just tighten this up. Alrighty, these lights off, so there's less reflection. And we're good to go. Who we got? So Hunter's on board. Yo, a night ride. The Night Rider. Just popping into, you have to go in a sec. That's all right. It's always good to have you on board. Hey, Zane, have you noticed your name is in green, Zane? Do you know why that is, Zane? I'm assuming you may have gotten a notification or an email to say that you was gifted a membership today by one of our awesome American friends. Hey, Baby Blue. Were you on before when BT did that? She's awesome. All right, so I just need to make sure that my phone is charging. Lucky Zane. All right, it might glitch out for a little bit here, people, but you didn't know, but thank you to that person. So that's our friend BT from Wyoming. She might bump in, except what time is it, Baby Blue? Just jumping in to say hi. Yeah, I know. It's like almost 4 in the morning in Wyoming. Baby Blue, you're mad. Baby Blue, go to bed. Junior, you're all over it, mate. All right, we're going to hit the windscreen wiper. Now, I'm also putting my rain light on. So I'm just taking off from the little cafe from down the road, where I think I started a stream from there the other day. So all lights on, driving lights are on, as well as the reverse rain light, which a lot of people don't use. I don't know if that's actually straight. I might just pull over quickly. I don't think my camera's set up straight, so it's a little bit out. I must have been sitting on an angle before. No Starlink tonight, no need. We should 5G it all the way. Just get my hand in the way again, just to muck around with the... That looks straighter. All right, let this car go. All right, so we're going to just do the little suburban roads to the little main road, out to the highway, out to the motorway. So, yeah, Junior, make her go to sleep. I mean, you cannot, like, hopefully, okay, so we're going to try and put Baby Blue to sleep. So let's just talk boring stuff. Let's just talk boring stuff for the next hour and a half. It's going to take about 90 minutes to get home. So, although I don't know that I'm going straight home. I think I've got to go to my mate's place just around the corner and hang out there for a bit. So but almost home. Let's just say almost home. All right, so I'm going to try and do this without a map, without the GPS. So, which is straight through here, and then right at the next roundabout. So, are you going to pull out on me? Are you going to pull out? Well done, Mazda 3. Well done. Now, I know it's a little bit hard to see in the rain. You're not even using your windscreen wipers. Oh, there you go. So, didn't use your indicator, and I'd say that's line ball. I'd say that's a bit 50-50. Not going to use your indicator to leave the roundabout though, are you? Nope. Oh, it's a bit slippery. I've not really driven this car much in the rain. So the tyres are fine in the dry, and I redid the pressures only last weekend, so I know they're good. So yeah. I didn't put my Discord on, did I? Silly me. I haven't seen any blue in the chat yet anyway, so as in I see you baby blue, I just don't see any moderators in the chat at the moment, so all good. So I'm currently not using the microphone on the headset. I don't think I am. I should be using the microphone plugged into the base of the iPhone, which is the Go wireless. I think the boom mic on this headset, on this new JBL headset, was good, but not as good as these. So if I can use these, I'd rather use the Go wireless mic. So something on this car that didn't work when I first got the car was the left-hand windscreen wiper. It didn't work, and whenever I whenever I've live streamed in the past in this vehicle, I've had to mount the camera almost in front of my face so that the view was through the sweep of the right-hand windscreen wiper. But now, look, 2 windscreen wipers working. And how good is YouTube? Of course it is, otherwise I wouldn't be here with you guys tonight. I went on YouTube and typed in, windscreen wiper on this particular model Mercedes-Benz not working. And the first video that came up was literally talking about tightening up a loose nut. And that's all it was. I just had to tighten up. There's 2 nuts that hold the left-hand windscreen wiper onto its actuator. And one of them was loose, and therefore it didn't work. It's so simple. Now the key. Now I've got a brand new key for this car. Brand new key. It's actually the most expensive part of this car is the new key. So for those who don't know, a couple of days ago I washed the key for this car, and it kind of did work, but didn't work, but does work, but doesn't work. Anyway, we got a new key for it this morning, so we're back on the road. And but because the key didn't work and I didn't have the car for a couple of days, I came up with the idea of doing a tram ride, which is what we did earlier today, which was fantastic. I had a ball. Oh, okay, there's blue in the chat now. There's blue in the chat. All right, so give me a little bit of, I don't know, Maxi. Sorry, Max. I forgot to turn the Discord on. But I should try to, otherwise there's no reason for me wearing these headphones at all. So, definitely don't want to do it whilst driving. So, I will, I've got a red light. Stay red for a while. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, oh there, went green. All right, give me a sec. Now that. Oh, yeah, it's coming out in the phone. I haven't, I don't think the phone's Bluetooth to the, my headset at the moment. So I can hear you, but you're coming through the phone, not the headset. So let me get around this corner. Are you going to change lanes in front of me? No? Okay, that's good. Sometimes people put their indicator on to go right at this roundabout, and then they change lanes. Well, I can hear you, but you're coming through the phone. I'll get around the corner and I'll transfer it across to the headset. Otherwise, there is literally no point in me wearing it. That's true. How's your evening going, Max?
So far, so good.
All right. Oh, what? Are you driving? Where are you though? Oh, you're at home, right? Sorry. Yeah, I'm struggling to hear you because I got a headset on and you're speaking through the phone at the moment. So give me a couple of seconds. I'll get around this corner. Uh, how's Zane? How's Zane? Zane comes on straight away and his name's in green and he's no idea why because he's got a gifted membership today. Oh, I saw you. Oh, okay, Zane, you saw me abseiling the other day. Yeah, absolutely. That's just all in a day's work, literally. All right. Just looking for a nice little spot to pull over. Oh, yeah, get out of the way. Mazda 3. It's only Mazda 3s tonight. Oh, let's just go around this corner here. There'll be a spot to stop here. Rightio. So, oh, it's so dark up here. Oh, it's a roundabout. Perfect. Nice little housing estate. What's it called? Emerald Lakes. Emerald Lakes. That's a nice name for a. All right. So, whilst there's no one behind me, all right, quickly, I need to go to that because I've got the wireless Go plugged into the phone. I don't think it's going to work. So there you go. But that's okay. I don't need to wear it. I don't need to wear it at all. It can not be on my head. Yeah, you wear yours, mate. So, alrighty. So, what have we got going on in the chat at the moment? Not much. There's plenty going on. Zach's asking, Zane's asking how you going, Max. Oh, well. Oh, there you go. You have to. Look at me, not keeping up to date with what's going on. Yeah, well, she's had some trouble sleeping these days, so it's nearly 4 a.m.s. But and 4 a.m. on a Friday morning, so hopefully she doesn't have to do much today. Yeah, well, I think Hunter's gone. He's that's right. There's only five peeps out there. But I'm actually. Oh, you know what? I might. Wonder what wonder what the pickle's up to. 8 o'clock on a Friday night. He shouldn't be in bed. Don't know what he's doing. Did a notification come through to you, Max, for this stream? I did set it. I set it, but then it didn't for some reason. I don't think it took. So I need to get some stuff sorted. As in, I can't use the iPhone 10's camera because it's terrible. So if a phone call comes in or a text message or anything like that, it comes in on the phone that I'm streaming on. So not a good thing. So I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade my phone to an iPhone 17. That way I can use my iPhone 15 as for the camera phone like I am, and it doesn't need to be doesn't even need to have a SIM in it. All right, so just coming onto the on ramp, nearly at the on ramp for the M1 heading north. Is it Narang Broadbeach Road? Is that so? It's called Hinkler Drive North. Yep. So Hinkler Drive, and then we turn onto the M1 and heading north to Brisbane. Another Mazda 3 not using their indicator. Must be. Now I've got no cars behind me. I'm gonna let that Mazda 3 go. It's 100 k's an hour here, but there's a good chance they won't be doing 100 k's an hour by the time I want to merge. So I've just given them a little bit of time and space so that I can get up to 100, and there we go. So see that the Mazda's still not even doing 100. I'm about to overtake him. I'm dead on 100. There we go. I thought he might get my. That's why I buffered. Hey Pickle, how are you, buddy? I thought I'd send you a quick text so you didn't miss out, because I know you missed out on the tram ride by minutes, only by minutes. So anyway, you are here. You are here. But you didn't know. I don't think you got a notification, buddy. So I thought I'd give you a cheeky little text message to let you know. So that seemed to work well, mate. So thanks for joining us, mate. Looking good in green. In behind, not live, obviously, but well, I knew because he mentioned that I've got no kids. Well, I've got no grandkids. Somebody asked if grandkids, and I was like, I don't even have kids, so I can't have grandkids. So Pickle thought that was pretty funny. So yes, I agree. It's very funny. Um, hey Pickle, have you noticed both windscreen wipers are working? It's a little glitchy through here by the looks. Yeah. Plus, there's also, I mean, it's not peak hour anymore. So, and I got my friends that arrived back at their house, and I did a handover, and they let me know that the traffic from when they were coming down, they said the traffic was pretty good. So, I didn't hang around too long. Wow, where are you going? Where are you going, mate? There was absolutely no need to change lanes. That person wasn't even overtaking anybody. They literally just changed into the middle lane to be slow, cut me off, and they're not overtaking anyone. Oh, now they're starting to speed up. Over this hill, we go to 110. I did use his blinker. That's why I knew he was coming over. But anyway, back in the middle lane now. Right, so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to count how many other people are using their rear-facing rain light. So far, I'm the only person that I've seen using my rear-facing rain light, and I've got my little lights on my light switch here that tell me I've got both my front driving lights on in the front bumper as well as my rear-facing rain lights. I'm not sure if it's one or two on this car. So, however, it is something you should have on when it's raining. And let's actually just have a look at who else is using their rain lights, because half of these cars on the road have them, and so far nobody's using them. Most European cars have them. Japanese cars, it's a little bit 50-50. So I was looking on my friend's 300 series Land Cruiser. They don't seem to have them. So not all. I think there's less cars in Japan have rain lights than European cars. But I'm thinking about cars that I own. So all of my Volkswagens have rear-facing rain lights. This Mercedes has a rear-facing rain light. My Minis all have rear-facing rain lights because they're BMWs. I know that Toyota 86s, they're a Japanese car that have a rear rain light. Mustangs, all the Mustangs have rear rain lights. So I know this BMW that we're passing has rear rain lights. But honestly, I would say that 90% of people don't even know they've got them on their car. They wouldn't have a clue how to use them. It's pretty easy. Turn them on in the rain. I'm actually surprised. I don't know how many cars would have automatic rain lights that just come on when the windscreen wipers are working. Wouldn't that make sense? If you got your windscreen wipers set to auto and they start working, the rear-facing rain light should automatically come on as well. How hard is it? How hard is it? Roger, Max. So Judy's on board for our trip. Judy, hope you're well. As I get in front of this bus, give him a couple of seconds. So in the rain, usually try and have 3 seconds of space between the vehicle in front of you and yourself. So when I overtake a vehicle, I like to give them 3 seconds of time before I pull back in front of them. Most people don't do that because most people are ignorant of those things. Maxie said dumb. Yep, you're well. Yeah, Judy, I'm good. I'm not going to be live streaming this Sunday. I do like to try and do 2 or 3 live streams a week. I try to do a midweek live stream, usually on a Wednesday or a Thursday. And then if I can do them on Saturdays and Sundays, I try, now that I'm back at work full time. Today was raining, so I wasn't climbing on the side of buildings, but I did do live stream 2 days ago. It was only quick. There was a quick 5-minute and then another quick 10-minute live stream just while I was waiting for my workmate. Now I'm just waiting until I get alongside this semi-trailer before I change lanes, because I don't want him to start doing a lane change and not see me and drive into the side of me. Oh wow, is that a Range Rover driving like you stole it? So, but I am good. So I did a 2-hour live stream today. I did a full lap of the Gold Coast tram system, the G-Link, and I had fun. Maria was our driver for like 1.5 laps, and she was good. I met her when we turned at Helensvale, had a little bit of a chat on the platform, and then I worked out that I was able to catch the same tram back. I didn't have to wait for another tram, just because there was hardly any people at Helensvale waiting to get on the tram, so getting the front seat was easy. Getting the front seat, the first tram I caught, was not easy, because a lot of people want to race for the front seat. So just behind the driver's glass window. But I thought it was a good stream. It was 5G all the way. Glitched out a little bit, but not too bad. There was no treeage. We went through a little tunnel at the university. They've got an underground station there. It's not really a station, is it? It's a stop. It's a tram stop. So I won't call it a station. But at the northern end at Helensvale, it is adjacent to the railway station. So if I wanted to, I could walk to the train station near my place. Not far. It's 1 kilometre, but that's not far. I could walk 1 kilometre, I could catch the train and then the tram, and then I could go to my friend's place, which I just stayed at, 500-metre walk. So I'd have to walk 1.5 kilometres to get to their place using public transport. So I don't think that's too bad. As we're about to pass Dreamworld on our right. So yeah, so I'm well. I just didn't work today because of the rain. So it's going to end up being a long weekend for me. But the Bathurst 12 hours on, and look, it's not everyone's cup of tea watching cars go round and round and round, but there's a couple of things. One, it's Bathurst, so it's awesome. And I wish I was there this weekend, but it's not going to happen. So I'm camping out as we go past a speed camera. I'm camping out in my digs all day Sunday. I'm going to make sure I've got everything I need. Well, I didn't need to make a lane change there in the end, but let's come back. I'm going to make sure I've got all the food and drink I need for Sunday because I don't even think I'm going to go outside. Bathurst 12-hour starts at 5:45 a.m. So that's going to be 4:45 a.m. my time. Is that right? That's how that works, isn't it? So I'm going to be up at like 4 a.m. on Sunday, and I'll be watching the race. I might go outside afterwards because it's probably still going to be raining, but put the wipers on auto now. So anyway, what else do we want to talk about? So wet weather driving at night. So one of the differences, when you're following another car, I mentioned it 5 minutes ago, you should follow the car in front of you by 2 seconds. So the car in front in the left lane, as it passes that yellow sign, I go 0, 1, 2. I'm 2 seconds behind that car. Now, I'm not in the same lane, so obviously I can get closer, but that's how you work out that you're 2 seconds behind the car in front of you. When it's wet, the experts say you should travel 3 seconds behind the car in front. I should say vehicle because it could be a truck, a bus, a motorcycle. So yeah. So I'm definitely not within 3 seconds of any vehicle in front of me at the moment, and that gives you an extra bit of stopping distance in the wet because you don't have as much grip. Also, I will say keep left unless overtaking. Me personally, driving in the middle lane isn't keeping left. However, the road rules are you can be in any of the left-hand lanes, not including the right-hand lane, which is the overtaking lane, unless you are making an overtake. So I would agree that in wet weather, there's a chance of aquaplaning. So you don't particularly want to be on the in the left-hand lane because if you aquaplane, you've got less room on the left-hand side. You're less likely to aquaplane on the outsides of the road because of the camber of the road. So you're more likely to aquaplane where the road is level or where there's divots where heavy vehicles use the road. But that's mainly on bitumen or asphalt roads where you start to get that the wheel ruts that are actually quite undulated, and then you get water sitting in the wheel ruts. We're on a concrete road, so you don't get those wheel ruts that hold water on concrete roads. So less likely going to aquaplane with standing water if there's good drainage. And look, the M1 between the Gold Coast and Brisbane does have pretty good drainage. It depends on how much rain is coming down. And there's that beep again because you know what? I was going to get some oil for this car because I can see there's an oil light up on the dashboard because it's so dark at the moment. I can actually see the dashboard and I can see there's a little oil light flashing up. I'll press my button. Now, it's not too low because there'd be another oil light. There'd be a red oil light or orange oil light on the dashboard, a proper oil light, not just a low oil level warning on the dashboard. Yeah, this dash is almost unreadable, but you can't see it during the day. But at night, it just glows enough that I can just read a little bit. I'm going through the menu. I'm getting 9.2 litres per 100 kilometres at the moment. That is terrible. The car has two malfunctions. Can I see what they are? The oil and one of the lights. It's the front left indicator. I already know that doesn't work. So what does that say? I can't really see. It just says, I can't really read it, but it says something about filling station. Something about getting oil at a filling station. Now there's a slow moving car up on the left here. I don't know if they've just, where are they? Are they up on the? Oh, they're up on the off ramp. That's okay. See, and that's the other thing too. Driving at night, your depth perception is not as good as during the day. So I saw a slower moving car, but that's because they were up on the off ramp, which was hard to see just with coming over the brow of the hill and the way it was all working. That's your exit, Junior? No, it's not. Your exit is somewhere in Sydney, mate. Somewhere in Sydney. So, but yes, when you're up here, is it the in-laws? It's the in-laws, yeah? Was it your parents or was it your wife's parents? I can't remember. Oh, that I can't remember. I can't remember if it was your parents or your in-laws, mate. So, yeah, depth perception driving at night is reduced, or it's not as accurate. But then also mix rain in there. All of a sudden, things start happening like the white lines on the road start to disappear when it's wet. We've got cat's eyes. This is this is a good road. I think it's one of the busiest roads in Australia, if not the busiest road in Australia between Brisbane and the Gold Coast. Yeah, Max? There we go. So, yeah, I was your parents' mate. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was yours or if you left your missus with her in-laws, mate, when we got into trouble. Oh, look, you know what? We'll be talking about that for years to come, mate. It is pretty wet, Pickle. Hey, Pickle, when it gets this wet, we should go-karting again, yeah? That'd be good fun. Honestly, I'm going to take you go-karting when it's wet up at the big kart track because it is going to teach you such good car control. Driving in the wet weather is so good. It's so much fun. I just hope they still do it in the wet like they used to years ago. It would be fun, but it's not just fun, Pickle. Okay. Oh, someone else is using a rain light. Woohoo! We've got our first, so not including me, we've got our first person actually using a rain light. And look, Maxie is mentioned that he can already see it. They're in my lane, in the left lane, about 300 meters ahead. So, and that is awesome. I just wonder if that's the type of person that remembers to turn it off when it's not raining. So, I can tell you now that my Lexus. Oh, I should say, I forgot to even say the Lexus. The Lexus ISF. I think most of those Lexus have a rear-facing rain light. When I bought the car, it had aftermarket taillights. Well, it still does. So it doesn't actually have a, not as far as I can see, it doesn't have a rear-facing rain light in the aftermarket taillights. I would like to put original taillights back into it because I don't mind the original taillights. But I can see on my stalk on the Lexus that I could, in fact, accidentally leave the rear-facing rain light on because that's not, it's just the way the switch is constructed. So, for instance, in the Mercedes here and in the Volkswagens, so I think the Germans were ahead on this, you can't turn the rear-facing rain light on without turning the lights on. So when you turn, because you got to pull the knob out of the dashboard to turn both the front-facing ones and the rear-facing. So when I turn the lights off, I have to push it in and turn off the rear rain light and then the front driving lights, and then I can twist it, and that'll turn the headlights off. However, in the Lexus, which is the same as the Toyota, there's a little dial on the indicator stalk, and you can spin that, so you can accidentally leave that on, and you could be driving around and you wouldn't even know you had your rear rain light on. Now, don't know why this car's slowing down. People's starting to slow down. It's a van. Is that a Ford Transit? What type of van is this? But they got their right-hand rear the rain light on. I think it's an X-Taxi. It's an X-Taxi, so that's cool. they're sitting on like 95 k's an hour. So well done to the X-Taxi. I think it's a Mercedes Sprinter, but you can tell it used to be. Oh, so did I say taxi? I meant ambulance. I meant patient taxi. It was an ambulance. Did I say taxi? I don't even know what I say half the time. Let's be honest. I did say taxi, didn't I? I do remember hearing myself say taxi. Yeah, an injured or dead person's taxi. There you go. So I'm not wrong. A hearse? No, I don't think. I don't think that's a hearse. That's definitely a dead person's taxi. All right. So I'm sitting on probably 105. So you can see, look, some people do like to slow down and drive slower in the rain. I remember years ago, what did it say, Max? Was it wash 10 k's off or something? Wash off 10 kilometers? Okay. And I was thinking about this just before. What that does, that encourages people to not be better drivers in the rain, in wet weather. That's what that does. That's basically saying, okay, we know you're not very good in the rain, so how about everyone just slow down? Rather than, why don't you just become better at driving in the rain? Use your skills. Keep your skills honed. This is why I think everybody should do advanced driver training. I honestly don't think that our driving instructors teach enough. I don't think that licensing is enough. Like, there's a person sitting in the right-hand lane over there. Absolutely no reason why they're sitting in the overtaking lane when they're not overtaking anybody. I'd be keen to know who that person is. I'd be keen to have a chat with them. So you can see I'm sitting on 110 right there, and I'm flying past that car in the left-hand lane. And look, if you're going to drive slower, and we're in the 100 zone now, if you're going to drive slower, that's okay. Do it in the right lane. Absolutely. I totally agree. If you're going to take 10 k's an hour off on a multi-lane road, stick in the left lane and do it. Finally, I can tell that car that was sitting in the right-hand lane is a Mitsubishi Pajero. I can tell from here because I know those tail lights. So, but we're in the 100 zone now, doing a hungy. What else is going on? Brocky having 05. Brocky, somebody talking about the. So Brocky had 05 because he was back in the 70s advertising the .05 breath alcohol content for, I would say, for Victoria. I'd say for Victorian government, the Vic Roads, or whatever Vic Roads was called in the 70s. He was advertising, and that's how he got the 05, and now it's legendary. And this year, it marks 20 years since Brocky passed away. He passed away the same week that Steve Irwin passed away, and we were talking about Steve Irwin earlier today. I see another car using their rear-facing rain lights. That's two. They've got them on both sides of their taillights. And that's how well you can see as we come past a set of speed cameras just there. And now I need to make sure I get ahead of the car in the right lane next to me while I'm running out of time and space. There we go. There we go. That worked well. So the thing is, I can see 300 meters ahead of me the one car up there using their rear-facing rain lights because that's how much they stand out. And as the car pulling off on the off ramp doesn't use their indicator because, you know, too lazy, can't be bothered. And here's the Pajero Sport that I said I knew those taillights. Yeah, Maxi. Wow. Look how slow that Lancer's going. Look how slow. They don't even have their indicator on. Now they do. That Lancer was coming onto the highway. I'm doing 100. That Lancer was coming on the highway. Wow. A little Corolla just flew past. Looks like they've made their number plate look like a barcode. That was kind of cool. So yeah, that Mitsubishi Lancer was on the on-ramp doing about 70 kilometers an hour whilst traffic's doing 100. That is stupid and it's dangerous. They didn't even have their indicator on. Yes, it's harder at night to see the white line. You can barely not see the white line. Yeah, I can't. I cannot see the white lines at all. All I can see is cat's eyes. I can see we're coming up behind a like-minded Mercedes driver because they got the same taillights I've got. Although theirs is a sedan. Looks like a sedan. Oh yeah, it is so wet right here. So yep, the little Mercedes C200. Yeah, I can tell the next car on the left lane's a Jeep by the taillights. So look, this is, oh, it's probably wrong. It's not a Jeep. It's aftermarket taillights on a Nissan Navara. There we go. Unless somebody tells me that that's just the new model Nissan Navara and that's what their taillights look like. I thought they looked a bit Jeepish. But again, I'm pretty good with cars and their taillights, as we now can see the car in the lane in front of us about 150 metres away with their rear-facing rain lights on. Well done. That's only 2 cars out of however many cars I've seen tonight. And it makes such a difference that you can see their rain lights, so you know where they are, especially when it gets thick, foggy, torrential. Oh, is it the shooting range tomorrow, buddy? Right. Interesting. Interesting. Um, is it something? Okay, I'll ask this question: is it a one-off thing, Pickle, or is it something you might do uh, occasionally, or or is it a one-off thing? What's the deal with it? Because I would like to go, although I think I have commitments tomorrow. One, it's one off. Ugh. Roger. Can your mum get any video footage? Is that legal? Can that happen? And there's no street lights on here. I know these street lights here have been off for months and months and months, so it's quite dark through here. Trying to see if that looks like a Hyundai Kona with the rain lights on. Obviously, I'm keen to catch up and see what kind of car it is, but without speeding, obviously. It actually might happen again. I'd like to go and do it with you, Pickle, or come and watch. Would be amazing. I think I've got commitments tomorrow. I've got to run around and do some stuff. What time is it, buddy? Right. Well, if there's any way that can get some footage or something like that, I'd be super keen to see how you go. But Springwood, welcome to Springwood. Where did that car go with the rain lights? Where'd they go? Were they in the left lane on the other side of the truck? Maybe. Or oh no, they're in front. They're in front of the ute in front of me. There they are. Well, I can only do 100. If they decide to speed up and take off, well then nothing I can do about it. I mean, obviously there's something I can do about it, but I like my license. Imagine, imagine trying to do Driving Live Australia with no license. That would not work out well. Although I did it, Max. I did it today. Yep, I did it today. So, look, the channel wouldn't stop. I would just have to be more strategic, and I would probably be passenger for quite some time. But that means I get to drive the laptop. Well, funnily enough, I'm not using a laptop anymore. Yeah, that's true. All right, I reckon it's a Hyundai Kona by those tail lights, not the current model, but the earlier model. So the overhead gantries with the speed limit signs, they're all off. So it's like there's like issue with power through that section because all these gantries, none of the speeds are on. They are. Well, we're coming up to ones that are working. So here we go. So, and it's not a, what is it? It's a Hyundai Santa Fe. There you go. I was close. It's not a Kona. It's a Santa Fe. But they're using their rear rain lights, so good on them. Now, do we want to go through the city? Let's go through the city. Oh, there you go. Maxi's saying his niece has a Hyundai Santa Fe. So we're going to go. I'm going to continue along the M1 because normally I would take this exit here, which is the Gateway Arterial Road. But at this time of night, that's going to be boring. So we're going to cruise through the city. We don't have to worry about tunnels or anything like that. Well, kind of do. Like the 5G does work in the tunnels and that, but sometimes it takes a little bit to connect. But I'm not going to. I see. I do have something special coming up soon. I'm organising something special. Um, One of my work colleagues is a drone operator, so we're definitely going to look to do something cool with his drone. So we'll have to pick a good spot, and he's got a bunch of drones too. He's a very, very skilled drone pilot. So I've seen some of his stuff on YouTube, and it just blows me away how skilled he is at his drone operating. So we will we'll combine forces. We'll do some Driving Live Australia, and we'll get some drone footage. We'll see how that goes. Right. Look at Pickle, and he's proud as punch with his learner plate on there. Um, so stay in your lane, golf. Especially, so that's perfect example of somebody sitting on about 92 k's an hour. He doesn't look like he was born here. Just saying. And in the lane next to the overtaken lane, if you're going to do slow speeds, stick left. It's so easy, people. Look like a uni student from China. He might not be from China. I'm just saying. He could be. Right. So the car that we just passed left, they don't even have their headlights. Oh, no, they don't have their headlights on. They've got their park lights on and their day running lights. So what was that? The Toyota Kluger? Something like that. I wasn't paying massive attention. Junior, sorry. No, but I've got some plans. I've got a few ideas. Obviously, if I was going to come to Sydney, it would have been today, because then I would have gone to Bathurst for the 12 hour. But that's not going to happen this weekend, Junior. So I'm going to watch it at home this weekend, this year, just like last year. Um, Max. Well, well, well. Look, that's true, Max. But I've been to the Bathurst 12 hour, and if you want an exciting day, Just add rain. Actually, it was raining for most of the Bathurst 12 hour in 2012 when I went there to support my friend Sarah, who you've met on the channel. She raced in the 2012 Bathurst 12 hour and came top 10, second in class, and it was amazing. But yeah, most of the day was quite wet. It started dry, but then was wet for most of the rest of the day. Yeah, so Bathurst 1000 is in October, but Bathurst 12 hour, say kangaroos. Ah, storms, swarms. Bathurst, Bathurst can have four. Oh, it can be torrential downpour. No, Bathurst can have a torrential downpour in October. It's 1 month off our summer, and it usually snows at least one day leading up to the Bathurst 1000 in October because it's so high in altitude. So Bathurst is fun. Look at this car in the overtaken lane, MG. Just I'm doing 100. They're sitting in the overtaking lane, definitely not overtaking anybody, being overtaken. Stupid. So stupid. Do you know what? It is raining and my back windscreen is clear. My back windscreen is dry. That's incredible. That just shows you the aerodynamics of this little Mercedes Benz. Is that no, the demister is not on. So the water that was on the rear windscreen as we left and got on the highway has evaporated. And just with the aerodynamics of this car, there is just a couple of little dots of rain on the back window. I can see straight out. I don't have my demister on or anything. Oh, we can. Oh, check this out. Can we do this? Oh, the camera's not quite pointing the right way. Not that window. The main window. Couple little dots on there. Not like the front. The front's getting pounded. And just I'm sitting now just in the left-hand lane, just passing everyone. Seriously, just if you're going to drive slow, be in the left lane, everyone. It's not hard. Not hard. It's like people just don't care. People are lazy. Humans are just lazy. Yeah, Max. They don't care. Look at this. See, all the slow people drive in the middle lanes, people. I'm doing 90s. I'm doing 95, 6. Yep. Look at this. Everyone just sitting in the left-hand lane. I'm literally sitting on 95 k's an hour in a 100 zone. And everyone in the left-hand lane is like dawdling at like 85. Now, there's a 90. We go to 90 up here. Now, does the car in front of me have taillights on or is that their reflectors? I don't even know if they got their lights on. It's a dark car. They might have the very faint. They might have very faint. Oh, there's a broken down land. What do you call that? Land Rover Discovery on the left hand side, just there. Now the taillights are on. They're just a bit dull. Oh, we passed Hannah's place like 5 minutes ago. It's definitely raining in Brisbane now. All right. Well, oh, it's a Subaru. It's a Subaru sports wagon thing. No, I know it's a bit. Yep. This is literally how hard it is. So what you see on the screens, That is what I'm looking through. And so that's why it's actually a lot more, I'm not going to say dangerous. It's dangerous if you drive like an idiot. If you drive outside your skill level, if you drive outside the car's capabilities. Now we're in the 80 zone. I'm doing 80. Yeah, what Max just said, which hopefully no one heard. So both hands on the steering wheel. And also, there's a train of thought that you shouldn't use cruise control whilst driving in the rain. And I would definitely say for older cars, so this car being 23 years old, I would definitely not use cruise control in the wet with this car. Now, there's a car with no bloody headlights on, or definitely no tail lights. So not only I don't think anyone's going to be able to see this car on the screen, but let's see if they turn their lights on. Let's give them a flash. So 3 flashes. Let's give them 3 flashes. No, another 3 flashes. They do not have their lights on at all. They're driving a Cherry. Now, what I would normally do is if I can get it up in front of them, is I would turn my lights off so that they can see, and then they should. Like, if somebody's flashing you, do you not check to see if your lights are on? Now, they've probably got DRLs on, so we'll have a quick check. But anyway, they're right beside me. She's an Asian woman. No idea. She's got DRLs on the car. Now, let's turn my lights off. Okay, my lights are now off. Now, if that doesn't get her attention, she's right behind. She's pulling in behind me now. I'll do it again. I'll turn my lights off and I'll turn them back on. Now, let's see if she has the capability of using her brain to go, oh, why is that guy turning his lights off? Maybe I should check my lights. Oh, look, my lights aren't on. No, she's still driving with just her day running lights on and no tail lights. One of the darkest cars at night in the rain. That is someone who should hand their license in. Where are the cops when you need them? Pull them over and explain to her, hey, you don't have your lights on, you idiot. Maybe if you're a cop, you shouldn't say that, let's be honest. You'd be thinking it, though. You'd be thinking it. Well, it's so stupid, seriously. Like, how hard is it? Turn your lights on. Yeah, they've shut down the left-hand lane that goes to Suncorp Stadium. There's lights up on in there. I don't know. Oh, they haven't shut the lane off. You can still go there, but um, was there a train up there? I missed that. So anyway, she's still. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, she's just still driving with her lights off. And what can you do? And I got no. It's It's almost, I'll be honest, if I'm going to do a tally, and this isn't being sexist, this is just letting you know, most people that I see driving around with no lights on are women. I don't know why that is. Now, there's been a few blokes, of course, and normally I will get the attention of a guy, I'll turn my lights off, turn them back on, and they'll get it. And I've even had guys thank me at the traffic lights or stuff like that, but not a lot of women. Oh, look at this idiot. He's gone, oh, the Honda Jazz. There's so many idiots on the road. I remember when driving used to be such a skill that you needed to do a proper driving lesson and you had to be good. People used to be good. Driving manual made you good. Now, yeah, Max. Oh, definitely. And back in the day, and the other thing, did I not see a news article yesterday saying that Gen Zers and millennials are now, on average, dumber than Gen Xers and baby boomers? Like, this is the first adult population that is now, on average, lower IQ than their previous generations. Incredible. Incredible. All right. So now it's super dark here, but we're just about to go past the Royal Brisbane Hospital, which is where I was born. So, no worries, Max. Let's not go there. Let's not go to hospital. Know what you mean? All right. So we are going to, let's take Sandgate Road. Let's take Sandgate Road. So we'll just stay in this lane. Yep. Now, what happens here, there's a lot of last minute lane changes. Now, let's see if it happens, because people at the end of this little tunnel through the ICB go, oh, I need to be in that lane, not this lane. The inner city bypass. All right. So we're just going underneath the Eka at the moment. So what we're going to do is stay on the inner city bypass. Actually, that was pretty good. There wasn't too many idiots. So the valley's off to my right at the moment. Um, so I'm looking over at the valley, but we're just about to take the exit onto Abbotsford Road that turns into Sandgate Road. So we're going away from the valley. Don't give me. Didn't want to give me much room, did you, mate? I'm assuming you're going to take Sandgate Road, Abbotsford Road, Sandgate Road. Mr. Honda Civic. No, you don't. Yep, she did. She did want this lane. She did want this lane, and no idea. Still no idea. She was starting to come across. Had to hit the horn because that's what the horn's for. It's a warning. No idea, but she wasn't by herself. Oh, there's a Kia with no lights on. No headlight car. They had their driving lights on, but no tail lights. No headlights and no tail lights, but they had their driving lights on. Yep. Well, Sandgate Road heads to Sandgate, but we are going to turn at Zoomere. Alrighty. Now, oh look, there's people using the pedestrian crossing, and they've pushed the button, and they're actually here, and they're using their umbrellas. You know what? I'm going to say they're a gay couple for sure. Good on you two. I'm happy with those guys. Legends. They didn't just push the button and then walk across like I saw so many people doing today at the tram stop. That people just press the button and then they look and see no vehicles coming, so they just walk straight across. In the last 2 days that I've been catching the tram, and I don't care. I just look at them and go, "Are you kidding me? You're an idiot." And most of the time they got headphones on, so they can't even hear me. Roger Max. All right. Oh well, we're definitely back into traffic light territory. There's Height Dynamics. That's just on the left there. That's where I get my abseiling gear and all that for climbing and hanging off buildings. All right, so heading up into Albion. So dark through here. Look, this is what happens. My lights are on. I got my driving lights, my rain lights, everything's on, and it's just so dark when it's raining. So much darker when it's wet. Except for the traffic lights, of course. You can see them quite well. All right, so through Albion, nice little suburb. It's got a bit of wealth about it. And good restaurants through here. So not a bad little spot. Just dark. Albion train station back in the day used to be. So I'd say it's been quite gentrified, because back in the day, you wouldn't want to get off the train at Albion unless you were, asking for trouble. All right, and as we come down the hill into Clayfield, well, it's good to have you on board, Pickle. All right, so coming down the hill, this is actually quite hilly. So I remember the first time I ever saw Melbourne. I was in the army, and we were heading in from Albury Wodonga along the. Is that another vehicle with no lights on? Heading along the Hume Highway. Oh no, one tail light. Fair enough. Oh, there's another car with no headlights. They've got their parkers on. It was a Camry. Yeah, and I could see Melbourne, the city of Melbourne, the buildings and the skyline from like 50 k's away. But there's not a lot of spots where you can see the city of Brisbane from far away, because there's so many hills around here. But it's all built in now, so so you can almost get into the city and not even see any of the buildings, the skyscrapers, and the tallest building in there is 90 stories high. 90? Is it 90? Yeah, I think it's 90, and they can't go any higher because of the flight path over the city. The slope, the glide slope. Yeah, that's it. The glide slope for, what is it, 01? What? 3, 4? Oh, okay. Roger. Is there still a 3-4 runway at Brisbane? No. I'm talking about Brisbane. So Brisbane's tallest building. Brisbane can't have any more taller buildings than what they have, because the 01 glide slope is like, the buildings are too tall. Yep. Yeah, but Maxi, they're always higher on takeoff. But then it's just in case that they have an engine out on the takeoff. Oh, I was going to say. Oh, yep, over the city. Right, Max. So Max is just relaying some information. He's gone back into plane spotting mode. I'm surprised he doesn't have OPN on the other channel. uh, well, we don't have much to go. We'll and it's such a, like, there's no even like trying to find a nice lookout to finish the stream. So we're still in Clayfield. We're about to hit Nunda. So we've got the Airport Link tunnel we're just about to go over the top. We're going under the air train bridge, and Toombul used to be on our right. Now I can almost not see the white lines. So we've got 3 lanes here. You can almost not see the white lines. There's a couple of little cat's eyes here and there that I can see. Yep, and they're just the little flappy cat's eyes too, so they don't work very well, and they tear off. They're not the proper solid cat's eyes that are glued to the road. So as we're about to go under the Nunda Tunnel or through the Nunda Tunnel, so the Prince of Wales Hotel up there, I remember going there. So it's the George Bridges Tunnel. How good's that? A guy by the name of Bridges had a tunnel named after him. What a legend. Australia. That's all I'm going to say. Only in Australia. I'd like to say only in Australia. Well, I don't know. But you know who'd know? Chat. Chat would know. Chat GPT or Google might know if there's a. I don't like to. Maxie was just spinning it around and saying, "Is there a bridge with, named after a guy called Tunnel?" I would probably doubt that one, but I don't know. I wonder if there's another tunnel in the world named after a guy called Bridges. Interesting. Yeah. So I don't know how long. 71 minutes we've been going for. I did try and do it. I'd wanted to try and do an hour and a half. We go, like it's an hour 15 drive when weather when there's not a lot of traffic. This number plate says "I love my dog." Somebody paid a lot of money. Somebody paid a lot of money. The car in the left-hand lane just here. Somebody paid a lot of money to get that number plate. I heart my dog. Well, I reckon there's more people. Why are you coming over here? There you go. Come over here, mate. So there's a car stopped in the left-hand lane there. So let's let the Commodore in. So I don't know if they've just parked delivering. I reckon it's a person delivering Uber Eats or something, because this is the particular night that Uber Eats drivers make a killing because nobody wants to go out and pick up any food. Or actually, what is the time? Oh, it's just gone 9 o'clock. So Woolies is just shut. I don't know that I've got much in the way of food. I don't think I need any food tonight. I might just I don't need much. I was at Woolies earlier, so I was told by my awesome friends in the Gold Coast. They go, yeah, make yourself at home, eat whatever you want out of the fridge in the cupboard or whatever. And I ate a couple of things. I ate some ice cream and I ate some other stuff, and then I used some of their rice to try and fix my phone. So car key, sorry, my car key. Sorry, I've put a phone in rice before too. So and it definitely worked. And so then I ducked out and I replaced everything I ate. So they got fresh ice cream, fresh, sugar-free bloody peach iced tea. So yeah, pretty much everything I used, I replaced. So I've definitely had a few ginger beers there before, so I replaced them too. So, and the cat was awesome, and I delivered him back in perfect condition. I didn't deliver him back; he was there the whole time. So, but yeah, they come back to a happy cat. So, but anyway, as we're heading through Virginia, so we've just left Nunda, we're cruising through Virginia, and we're going to go to Zilmere Road. Let's go to Zilmere. Where does Cal live these days? Do you know what suburb? So which one? So he lives around here. So Cal, where are you? Cal's around here somewhere. Cal's around here somewhere. All right, so we've got 3 lanes that go into 2. Thank you, Subaru Forester, for stopping. And you can't see any lines on the road, but I definitely know we go into 2 lanes just here. And there's some roadworks. So one of my favourite shops, Rebco, just on the right here. Rebco, Virginia. Beauty. All right, don't get your tinsel in a tangle. PPQ should have taken that billboard down 2 months ago. All right. I've stopped the live stream at that night owl before. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. I've got lots of time and space to make my way way over here to the. So I'm going to end the stream at the night owl. So I'm probably going to grab one or two things. And I think last time I came here, the night owl mightn't have even been open. I think I was too late. I was too late. Oh, you know what? There is one Woolies open nearby, and it's at near the airport. It's DFO. Then it's a 24-hour Woolies. I think it's the only one in Brisbane. That's Skygate. Yep, that's the one. Maxie, you're all over it. So I could have gone there, except I chose to come in through the city and then use Sandgate Road rather than use the Gateway Arterial. And then, so if I'd have used the Gateway, I probably would have gone to DFO Woolies to Skygate there. However, I will just get a couple of little bits and pieces from the night owl here, and which is a weird name because it should be 7-Eleven because they shut at 11. So remember 7-Eleven used to be, actually before 7-Eleven was known as 7-Eleven, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in Australia it was called 7 to 7. Like the plane. What? Max doesn't remember it called 727. Yeah, it was called 7 to 7. Open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then it was and then I thought they changed the name to 7-Eleven because then they extended their hours, but maybe they got bought out by 7-Eleven. I'm not sure because 7-Eleven's obviously, I'm assuming it's not Australian originally, but I think but I thought 727. I'm going to look it up when I get off the off the air. All right, I'll go this way. See if I get a park. Oh, Jack and Will's Burgers. Jack and Will's Burgers right there. I'm going to park this way. I'm going to park here. Yeah, everyone's jumping in here at the. Actually, I'll face the night now because there's nothing to look at this way. Here we go. There we go. I don't know. These shops have been around for a while. We got Zarafas, GYG. GYG's pretty. Actually, it used to be like Tandoori Palace or something, or something, and that they tore it all down and built a GYG. We got Jack and Will's. So we just passed Jack and Will's. That is a really good burger joint. I've had some amazing burgers. Their chicken burger. Are you gonna do weekend stream? Sorry, Max. Noodle Box, Baskin and Robbins. Not that I need. And we got Zimbreros. So there's all sorts. Just this little stack of shops. All right. So a few things. Pickle's been here before. Yeah. Will I do a weekend stream tomorrow? I do. I want to do a stream tomorrow, but I do have some commitments. I don't know what time they're going to be because the other parties haven't decided on a time. So, but Pickle, can you text me what time your thing is tomorrow? You don't have to text me, or you can text me now if you want, but can you text me at least by the morning and let me know what time it is and stuff? If I can hook up a stream and visit the Pickle and stuff like that, I would try and do that. But let's see what's going on. Look at these. So there's Nudgy College. So if you see these kids wearing, so Nudgy College, my friend. So I'm assuming they finished late. It's Friday, and Nudgy College is right next to here. So if you know Nudgy College, you know it's one of the best up there schools in Brisbane. So they wear their suit shirts and ties. Oh yeah, no, that's all right. I'll as soon as I know what's going on, I'll let you guys know. All right, I'm going to sign us off here. What's that been? Nearly 80 minutes. So look, that'll do us for tonight. Again, wet weather driving along the freeway, along the highway, along the motorway. A little bit of city driving. we definitely saw a bunch of people tonight driving with no lights on. We did see a couple of people driving with their rain lights on, which was good. So, but have a look. We saw 2 vehicles driving with rain lights on, so good to them. But we probably saw 5 or 6 cars tonight driving with no lights on. So we're still in the negative, people. We're still in the negative. All right, let's flip the camera around. Let's turn these on. Hello, there we go. All right, adios, amigos. Take care. Thanks for the stream. You guys rock. Well done to Zane for picking up that gifted membership earlier, and then was his name was in green. How good was that? Pickle. Yeah, text me in a bit, mate, and we'll go forward with that. And everybody else, Max, you're a legend, mate. Thanks for being here tonight. And adios, amigos. Take care. Bye for now.